The Psychology of Becoming Whole by Life Success. Introduction. In the quiet before dawn, when the world hovers between sleep and wakefulness, there lies a moment filled with infinite potential. It's a time that holds the promise of new beginnings and the profound realization that within us lies the power to transform our lives. This book is an invitation to step into that moment, to embrace the journey of self-discovery, and to embark on the path to becoming whole. The Psychology of Becoming Whole is a companion through the intricate landscape of the human spirit. It speaks to the seeker in each of us, the part that yearns for connection, understanding, and a sense of fulfillment. With each page, we delve deeper into the essence of our being, exploring the pillars of self-awareness, emotional intelligence, the shadow self, the power of relationships, the quest for self-actualization, the art of mindfulness, and the indispensable connection between mind and body. This book weaves together the threads of psychology, philosophy, and personal narrative to create a fabric of understanding that covers the breadth and depth of what it means to live fully. Through insights, examples, and analyses, we navigate the complexities of the human experience, offering tools and strategies to face life's challenges with resilience and grace. As you turn these pages, you will be invited to reflect, to question, and to grow. You will be encouraged to look within and around, to see the mirrors held up by your relationships, to acknowledge the shadows that walk beside you, and to recognize the light that shines from your core. The Psychology of Becoming Whole is more than a book, it's a journey towards understanding, acceptance, and integration. It's about finding harmony within the discord, peace within the turmoil, and wholeness within the fragmentation of our lives. So, as the first light of dawn breaks the horizon, let us begin this journey together, with open hearts and minds, ready to discover the vast landscapes within us, and to unlock the potential that resides in becoming truly, deeply whole. Chapter 1. The Foundation of Self. Imagine standing before a mirror, not the kind that reflects your external form, but one that can reveal the intricate depths of your psyche, your dreams, and your hidden fears. This chapter is that mirror, inviting you to peer into the core of your being, the foundation of self. Here we embark on a journey of self-discovery, peeling back the layers to uncover the essence of who we are. Through introspection and self-awareness, we lay the groundwork for a life of authenticity and purpose. Exploring self-awareness. Self-awareness is the cornerstone of personal growth. It involves turning your gaze inward, observing your thoughts, emotions, and reactions without judgment. Imagine a situation where you felt a strong emotional reaction. Perhaps it was anger at a friend's comment or anxiety about a work presentation. By examining these reactions, you can begin to understand the underlying beliefs and experiences that shape them. For instance, your irritation at your friend's teasing might reveal a deep-seated insecurity about your abilities. This insight opens the door to addressing these insecurities rather than letting them dictate your reactions. Similarly, anxiety about public speaking might stem from a fear of judgment, tracing back to a childhood experience. Recognizing this allows you to confront and reframe these fears rather than being unconsciously driven by them. Unpacking personal narratives. Our lives are stories we tell ourselves, narratives shaped by experiences and societal messages. These stories can empower us or hold us back. Consider the belief, "I am not good enough to lead." This narrative might stem from a culture that undervalues your background or from a family that emphasized humility to the point of self-effacement. To rewrite this narrative, start by identifying its origins. Then challenge it by collecting evidence to the contrary moments of leadership, however small, that prove your capability. By actively reshaping your story, you transform your self-perception and open up new possibilities for action and interaction. Values, beliefs, and identity. Values and beliefs are the compass by which we navigate our lives. They influence our decisions, our relationships, and our sense of purpose. Yet often, we inherit these values without question. Take a moment to consider what you truly value. Is it creativity, but you find yourself in a job that stifles your expression? Is it connection, though you shy away from deep relationships for fear of vulnerability? Identifying and aligning with your core values is a transformative process. It might mean making significant life changes or simply shifting your daily habits. For example, if you value learning, integrating a habit of reading or taking courses can enrich your life immeasurably. Living in alignment with your values brings a sense of fulfillment and authenticity, making every action a reflection of your true self. The journey through the foundation of self is both challenging and deeply rewarding. It requires us to confront our fears, question our long-held beliefs, and, most importantly, embrace the ever-evolving nature of our identity. This chapter has served as a mirror, reflecting the complex, beautiful reality of who you are. As you move forward, remember that self-awareness, personal narratives, and aligned values are not fixed points, but landscapes you navigate, each step bringing you closer to the person you aspire to be. The path to authenticity and purpose is built on the foundation you lay here in the heart of self-discovery. Chapter 2: Emotional Intelligence as a Pathway. Imagine navigating a river in the dark, steering only by the feel of the currents beneath your boat. This is akin to moving through life without understanding or managing your emotions, a journey fraught with unseen challenges. Emotional intelligence I is the lantern that illuminates the waters, guiding us through the emotional undercurrents of our lives with clarity and purpose. This chapter will explore the transformative power of I, showing how it can lead to deeper relationships, enhanced decision-making, and a more fulfilling life. Understanding and managing emotions. The first step in harnessing the power of emotional intelligence is learning to understand your emotions. Each emotion we experience, from the sharp sting of rejection to the warm embrace of love, carries valuable information about our needs and desires. For instance, anger might signal a boundary being crossed, while sadness might indicate a loss of something valuable. Consider the last time you felt frustrated. Instead of reacting impulsively, imagine pausing to explore this emotion. What triggered it? What does it reveal about your expectations or desires? By dissecting our emotional responses, we learn to respond rather than react. Managing emotions doesn't mean suppressing them. It means acknowledging them and deciding how best to act on them. For example, recognizing your frustration in a team project could lead you to communicate your needs more clearly, turning potential conflict into an opportunity for collaboration. The role of empathy. Empathy is the bridge that connects us to others, allowing us to understand and share the feelings of those around us. It's what makes us human, fostering connection and compassion in a world that often feels divided. Developing empathy involves more than just putting yourself in someone else's shoes. It requires active listening, openness, and the vulnerability to share in another's emotional experience. Imagine a colleague is struggling with a personal loss. Empathy guides you to listen without judgment, to offer support without imposing solutions, and to simply be present in their time of need. This compassionate presence can be a powerful source of comfort and connection, deepening relationships in both personal and professional spheres. Emotional regulation strategies. Mastering emotional regulation is akin to a sailor learning to navigate the seas. Both must understand the forces at play and how to work with them to reach their destination safely. Emotional regulation involves recognizing when an emotion is overwhelming and employing strategies to navigate through it effectively. Techniques such as deep breathing, mindfulness, and positive reframing can transform the way we experience and react to emotional challenges. For instance, when faced with a high-pressure situation, such as a job interview, employing deep breathing techniques can help calm the nervous system, allowing you to approach the situation with a clearer mind and a steadier heart. Similarly, mindfulness can help us stay present with our emotions without being overwhelmed by them, offering a path through the stormy seas of stress and anxiety. Emotional intelligence is the compass that guides us through the complex emotional landscapes of our lives. By understanding and managing our emotions, cultivating empathy, and mastering emotional regulation, we unlock the door to a life of deeper connection, resilience, and fulfillment. As we close this chapter, remember that emotional intelligence is not a destination, but a journey, one that enriches every step of our path with greater understanding, compassion, and wisdom. Embrace this journey with an open heart and let the light of emotional intelligence illuminate your way. Chapter 3: The Shadows We Cast. Imagine wandering through a dense forest at twilight, where shadows stretch and mingle with the fading light. Just as these shadows are inseparable from their sources, so too are the unacknowledged parts of our psyche, our fears, desires, and hidden aspects integral to our whole being. This chapter delves into the concept of the shadow self, a term coined by Carl Jung to explore the hidden depths of our personality. Recognizing, understanding, and integrating these parts is a crucial step on the path to wholeness. The shadow self. The shadow self encompasses the parts of us we choose to repress or deny, traits we deem unacceptable or incompatible with our conscious identity. These can range from negative emotions like anger and jealousy to positive qualities we might not acknowledge like assertiveness or creativity. For instance, you might suppress your assertiveness to avoid conflict, casting this trait into the shadow. Yet, this same assertiveness can become a source of strength when acknowledged and integrated healthfully. The journey of recognizing your shadow begins with reflection. Pay attention to your emotional reactions, particularly those that feel disproportionate or unexpected. They often signal where the shadow lies. For example, if you find yourself inexplicably irritated by someone's success, it might reflect unacknowledged envy or an unfulfilled desire for achievement in your own life. Techniques for shadow integration. Integrating the shadow is not about eliminating these traits, but understanding and incorporating them into our broader sense of self. One effective technique is journaling, which allows a safe space to explore and express these hidden aspects without judgment. Write about situations that trigger strong emotions or defensive reactions, exploring what these might reveal about your shadow self. Another powerful method is engaging in dialogues with the shadow. This can be done through meditation or visualization exercises where you imagine conversing with different parts of yourself. Ask your shadow what it needs or why it reacts in certain ways. Understanding your shadow from a place of curiosity and compassion can transform your relationship with it, turning sources of conflict into wellsprings of energy and creativity. The power of acceptance. Accepting the shadow is perhaps the most challenging yet rewarding part of the process. It requires acknowledging that we are complex beings capable of a wide range of thoughts and behaviors. This acceptance doesn't mean acting out whatever the shadow desires, but recognizing these aspects as part of the whole self. Consider the example of dealing with internalized anger. Rather than letting it simmer unacknowledged, acceptance allows you to recognize this anger, understand its roots, and find constructive outlets for it, such as through physical activity, art, or open communication. Acceptance leads to a more authentic, integrated self, where previously repressed energies can be channeled into creative and life-affirming pursuits. As we conclude our journey through the shadowy forests of the self, we emerge with a deeper understanding of our complexity and capacity for growth. The shadow, once a source of fear or shame, becomes a wellspring of insight, strength, and renewal. Embracing our whole selves, including the parts we'd rather hide away, enables us to live more fully, relate more authentically, and navigate the world with greater wisdom and compassion. The shadows we cast are not just remnants of what we wish to avoid, but signposts, guiding us toward a more profound, integrated existence. Chapter 4. Relationships as Mirrors. Imagine standing before a mirror, not one that reflects your outward appearance, but one that reveals the contours of your inner world. This metaphorical mirror is not found in solitude, but in the myriad relationships we navigate daily. This chapter explores how our interactions with others serve as mirrors, reflecting back to us aspects of ourselves we may not readily see. Through the lens of relationships, we uncover hidden facets of our identity, unearth buried emotions, and confront unacknowledged desires, propelling us toward deeper self-understanding and growth. Projection and mirroring. At the heart of our interactions lies the phenomenon of projection, casting our own feelings, desires, or insecurities onto others. When we react strongly to someone else's behavior, it often says more about us than them. For instance, if you find yourself irritated by a friend's assertiveness, it might reflect your own unappreciated desire for assertiveness or discomfort with asserting your needs. Mirroring, on the other hand, offers a direct reflection of our own qualities, both positive and negative, through the behavior and reactions of others. A partner's unconditional support might highlight your own capacity for empathy and care, just as a conflict might reveal unresolved issues or fears. Understanding these dynamics requires mindfulness and a willingness to explore the roots of our reactions. By recognizing our projections and what they reveal about our desires and fears, we can reclaim these disowned parts of ourselves, leading to greater wholeness and harmony in relationships. Learning from relationships. Every relationship, from fleeting acquaintances to deep, enduring connections, holds lessons about ourselves and our place in the world. Consider the teacher who inspired your love of learning, or the friend whose betrayal unearthed a well of resilience you didn't know you possessed. Each interaction offers insights into our values, our capacity for growth, and the boundaries that define us. To extract these lessons, we must approach relationships with curiosity and openness, asking ourselves what each interaction can teach us about our desires, our limits, and our potential for change. This reflective process not only deepens our understanding of ourselves, but also enhances our empathy and connection with others. Nurturing healthy connections. The journey toward self-discovery and growth is enriched by nurturing healthy, supportive relationships. These connections act as safe harbors, offering us a reflective surface to explore our innermost selves in the context of trust and mutual respect. Building such relationships requires authenticity, vulnerability, and the courage to express our true selves. Fostering healthy relationships also involves setting boundaries, communicating needs clearly, and practicing active listening. By engaging in relationships that mirror our values and aspirations, we create a supportive network that propels us toward personal growth and fulfillment. As we traverse the landscape of our relationships, we discover that each person we encounter holds up a mirror to our soul. These mirrors reveal the multifaceted nature of our being, reflecting our strengths, insecurities, and the limitless potential for growth within us. By embracing the reflections offered by our relationships, we engage in a dynamic process of self-discovery and transformation. The journey through our relationships is not just about seeing ourselves more clearly, but about forging deeper connections with the world around us, enriching our lives with understanding, empathy, and love. In the dance of interaction, we find not only our reflections, but the path to our most authentic selves. Chapter 5. The Journey Towards Self-Actualization. Imagine reaching the peak of a mountain after a long and arduous climb. The view from the top offers a breathtaking panorama, a reward for the journey undertaken. This peak symbolizes self-actualization, the process of realizing and fulfilling one's potential and capabilities. This chapter explores the pathway to self-actualization, examining how understanding oneself, embracing growth, and overcoming obstacles can lead to living a life that is not only authentic but deeply fulfilling. Characteristics of self-actualization. Self-actualization represents the realization of one's talents, potentialities, and creativity. It is characterized by a sense of authenticity, a deep appreciation for life, and a commitment to personal growth. Self-actualized individuals often exhibit a strong sense of purpose, empathy, and a desire for autonomy. Consider the story of an artist who, despite societal pressure to pursue a more conventional career, chooses to follow their passion for painting. This decision, driven by an intrinsic understanding of their own potential and a desire for creative expression, exemplifies the journey towards self-actualization. Such individuals are guided by their internal values and convictions, often leading lives that, while challenging, are immensely rewarding. Overcoming life's challenges. The path to self-actualization is fraught with obstacles, both internal and external. Fear of failure, societal expectations, and past traumas can all act as barriers to realizing one's potential. Overcoming these challenges requires resilience, self-compassion, and the willingness to embrace vulnerability. One effective approach to overcoming obstacles is reframing challenges as opportunities for growth. When faced with failure, for example, instead of succumbing to despair, we can ask ourselves, what can I learn from this experience? This mindset shift allows us to navigate life's ups and downs with greater ease, viewing each setback as a step forward on the path to self-actualization. Living with purpose. At the core of self-actualization lies the concept of living with purpose. This means aligning one's actions with deeply held values and goals, leading a life that feels meaningful and directed. Purpose can be found in various aspects of life, from career and creativity to relationships and personal growth. To live with purpose, it's crucial to engage in self-reflection, identifying what truly matters to us. Setting goals based on these insights and taking deliberate steps towards them can infuse our daily lives with a sense of direction and meaning. Whether it's through pursuing a career that aligns with our passions or dedicating time to causes we care about, living with purpose is about making choices that resonate with our authentic selves. The journey towards self-actualization is a deeply personal and transformative process, marked by the pursuit of authenticity, the embrace of growth, and the overcoming of challenges. Like the climber who reaches the mountain's peak, the path to self-actualization offers unparalleled vistas of personal fulfillment and purpose. As we close this chapter, remember that self-actualization is not a destination but a continuous journey of becoming. It invites us to explore the depths of our potential, to live with purpose, and to create a life that truly reflects our deepest aspirations and values. On this journey, each step, no matter how small, brings us closer to realizing the full extent of our capabilities and experiencing the profound joy of becoming our most authentic selves. Chapter 6: Mindfulness and Presence. Envision yourself walking through a lush forest, each step grounding you more deeply into the earth, the chorus of life around you pulling your senses into the present moment. This is the essence of mindfulness and presence, a state of being acutely aware of the now, fully immersed in the experience of living. In this chapter, we'll explore how cultivating mindfulness and presence can transform our lives, enhancing our connection to ourselves and the world around us, and fostering a sense of peace and fulfillment. Basics of mindfulness. Mindfulness is the practice of maintaining a moment-by-moment awareness of our thoughts, feelings, bodily sensations, and the surrounding environment through a gentle and nurturing lens. It involves acceptance, meaning that we pay attention to our thoughts and feelings without judging them, without believing, for instance, that there's a right or wrong way to think or feel in a given moment. To illustrate, consider the act of eating a simple meal mindfully. Instead of rushing through the meal while distracted by thoughts or digital devices, you savor each bite, noticing the textures, flavors, and sensations, and the act of nourishment itself. This practice can transform a mundane activity into a profound experience of gratitude and awareness. The benefits of presence. Living in the moment or presence offers a multitude of benefits, from reducing stress and anxiety to enhancing emotional well-being and improving overall health. Presence allows us to escape the relentless cycle of rehashing past events and fretting about future possibilities, anchoring us in the here and now. One poignant example of the power of presence is found in the practice of active listening. When we listen to another person with full attention, we not only hear the words they're saying, but also understand the emotion behind them. This can significantly improve our relationships, fostering deeper connections and mutual respect. Mindfulness practices. Incorporating mindfulness into daily life can be simple and does not necessarily require extensive periods of meditation. Practices such as mindful breathing, where one focuses solely on the breath, mindful walking, paying attention to the act of walking and the sensations of movement, and even mindful listening, engaging fully with the act of listening, can be integrated into daily routines. For example, dedicating a few minutes each morning to sit quietly and focus on your breath can set a calm, centered tone for the day ahead. During this time, thoughts will inevitably arise. The practice involves gently acknowledging these thoughts and then returning focus to your breath, training the mind to dwell in the present moment. The journey through mindfulness and presence is akin to awakening to the richness of life that is always available to us, moment by moment. It's about finding stillness amid chaos, depth in the ordinary, and a profound connection to the essence of being. As we conclude this chapter, remember that mindfulness is not a destination, but a way of being, a gentle, continuous returning to the now. By cultivating mindfulness and presence, we open ourselves to a life marked by depth, clarity, and a profound appreciation for the unfolding of each moment. In the practice of being fully present, we find the keys to a life lived in vivid color, deeply felt and richly experienced. Chapter 7: The Body-Mind Connection. Imagine your body as a finely tuned instrument, each part resonating in harmony with the others, creating a symphony of health, vitality, and well-being. This metaphor encapsulates the essence of the body-mind connection, a fundamental principle that our physical state and mental state are deeply intertwined, each profoundly influencing the other. In this chapter, we delve into the intricate relationship between body and mind, exploring how nurturing this connection can lead to a more balanced, healthy, and fulfilling life. Holistic health principles. The concept of holistic health views the individual as a whole, emphasizing the importance of the interconnections between the physical, mental, and spiritual aspects of our being. It suggests that to achieve optimal health, we must consider all these facets, rather than focusing solely on physical symptoms or ailments. An illustrative example of holistic health in action is the practice of yoga, which combines physical postures, controlled breathing, and meditation. Yoga not only enhances physical flexibility and strength, but also promotes mental clarity and emotional calm, exemplifying the seamless integration of body and mind for overall well-being. The impact of nutrition and exercise. Our dietary choices and physical activity levels have a profound impact on our mental health. Nutritious food provides the essential building blocks for neurotransmitters, the chemicals in our brain that regulate mood, thought processes, and emotional responses. Regular exercise, on the other hand, releases endorphins, often referred to as the body's natural antidepressants, and promotes neurogenesis, the formation of new brain cells, enhancing cognitive function and emotional resilience. Consider the transformation experienced by someone who shifts from a diet high in processed foods and sedentary lifestyle to one rich in whole foods and regular physical activity. Beyond the obvious physical health benefits, such as weight management and reduced risk of chronic diseases, individuals often report improved mood, increased energy levels, and a more positive outlook on life, showcasing the direct link between what we eat, how we move, and how we feel. Strategies for integrating body and mind. Integrating body and mind involves adopting practices that nurture both physical health and mental well-being. This can include mindfulness-based stress reduction (MBSR) techniques, which incorporate mindfulness meditation and yoga to reduce stress and improve psychological balance. Engaging in activities that foster flow, a state of being fully immersed and engaged in an activity, can also harmonize the body and mind. Flow activities vary widely, from gardening and painting to sports and writing, but they all share the commonality of requiring presence and full engagement, thereby uniting body and mind in a state of focused awareness. Another effective strategy is the practice of deep, diaphragmatic breathing, which activates the body's relaxation response, reducing stress and enhancing mental clarity. By consciously slowing down and deepening your breath, you can signal to your body that it's time to relax, illustrating the power of simple physical acts to influence mental states. The journey through understanding and nurturing the body-mind connection is a transformative path toward achieving holistic health and well-being. By recognizing and honoring the profound interplay between our physical and mental states, we open the door to a life characterized by greater balance, health, and fulfillment. The practices and principles explored in this chapter are not just strategies for improving health. They are invitations to a more integrated, harmonious way of living. As we close this chapter, let us carry forward the understanding that caring for the body and the mind is not separate endeavors, but a unified approach to nurturing our whole selves, enabling us to live our lives to the fullest. Conclusion. As we reach the closing pages of The Psychology of Becoming Whole, we find ourselves not at the end of a journey, but at a threshold. The insights and reflections contained within these chapters are not merely to be read and forgotten, but to be lived and woven into the fabric of our daily existence. We have ventured together through the depths of self-awareness, navigated the complex waters of emotional intelligence, embraced the shadows that shape us, mirrored ourselves in the eyes of others, sought the peak of self-actualization, found solace in the present moment, and discovered the inseparable bond between mind and body. This journey has illuminated the truth that wholeness is not a destination to be reached, but a way of being to be embraced. It is a process of continual unfolding, where each moment presents an opportunity for growth, understanding, and connection. The path to becoming whole is paved with the choices we make every day to be present, to be authentic, to be open, and to be compassionate. As you move forward, let the lessons contained in these pages be your guideposts. Remember that the quest for wholeness is both deeply personal and universally shared. It is a journey that connects us to the very essence of what it means to be human. Embrace the beauty of your imperfections, the strength in your vulnerabilities, and the power of your authenticity. Know that in the quest for wholeness, the only true compass is your own heart, guiding you not towards a fixed point, but towards a deeper understanding of yourself and your place in the world. In the end, becoming whole is about coming home to yourself. It is about recognizing that all the wisdom, strength, and love you seek is already within you, waiting to be discovered. So as you close this book, do not see it as the end of your journey, but as a new beginning. Step into the world with a renewed sense of purpose, a heart open to the infinite possibilities of life, and the courage to embrace your true self. The journey towards wholeness is the greatest adventure of all, filled with challenges, joys, sorrows, and triumphs. It is the journey of a lifetime, and it unfolds in the beauty of each moment, in the depth of every breath, and in the courage to live authentically. As you continue on this path, remember that the light of your own wholeness has the power to illuminate the world around you, one step, one breath, one heartbeat at a time. Becoming whole is not just the journey of a lifetime, it is the journey of life itself. And it begins anew with every sunrise in the quiet before dawn, where infinite potential lies waiting. The world is yours to explore, yourself is yours to discover, and the journey to wholeness is yours to embark upon again and again with each new day.